Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada. श्री जगन्नाथ बलदेव सुभद्रा महारानी की, श्री प्रहलाद नरसिंहदेव भगवान की, श्री निताई गौर सुंदर की, पतित पावन प्रभुपाद की, समस्त गौर भक्तविंद की, निताई गौर प्रेमानंदे हरि बोल। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। नारायणं नमस्कृत्यं नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयम् उदीरयेत् नष्टप्रायेषु अभद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवति उत्तम श्लोके भक्ते भवति नैष्ठिकी। Showing from Granth Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 5, entitled as The Creative Impetus, Chapter number 1, which is entitled as The Activities of Maharaj Prijvata, text number 7 onwards. Granth Srimad Bhagavatam की जय, पतित पावन श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय। अतः भगवान् आदिदेव एतस्य गुणविसर्गस्य परिभ्रमणानुध्यान व्यवसित सकल जगद अभिप्राय आत्मयोनिर् अखिल निगम निजगण परिवेष्टितः भवनाद अवतार। अतः भगवान् आदिदेव एतस्य गुणविसर्गस्य परिभ्रमहनानुध्यान व्यवसित सकल जगद अभिप्राय आत्मयोनिर अखिल निगम निजगन परिवेष्टितः स्वभवनाद अवतार अतः भगवान् आदिदेव एतस्य गुण विसर्गस्य परिभ्रमहनानुध्यान व्यवसित सकल जगद अभिप्राय आत्मयोनिर अखिल निगम निजगन प्रवेशितः स्वभवनादवतार परिवेशितः अतः भगवान् आदि thus Ha indeed Bhagavan the most powerful Adi Deva the first demigod Etasya of this universe Guna Visargasya the creation of the three modes of material nature Paribhimahana the welfare Anudhyana always thinking of Vyavasita known Sakala whole Jagat of the universe Abhiprayah by whom the ultimate purpose Atma the supreme self Yonihi whose source of birth Akhila all Nigama by the Vedas Nijagana by personal associates Pariveshtitah being surrounded Svabhavanat from his own abode Avatatara descended. Translation purport by Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Sri Sukadeva Goswami continued, the first created being and most powerful demigod in the universe is Lord Brahma, who is always responsible for developing universal affairs. Born directly from the Supreme Personality of Godhead, he dedicates his activities to the welfare of the entire universe, for he knows the purpose of the universal creation. This supremely powerful Lord Brahma, accompanied by his associates and the personified Vedas, left his own abode in the highest planetary system and descended to the place of Prince Priyavata's meditation. Again, once more translation. Sri Sukadeva Goswami continued, the first created being and most powerful demigods in this universe is Lord Brahma, who is always responsible for developing universal affairs. Born directly from the Supreme Personality of Godhead, he dedicates his activities to the welfare of the entire universe, for he knows the purpose of the universal creation. This supremely powerful Lord Brahma, accompanied by his associates and the personified Vedas, left his own abode in the highest planetary system and descended to the place of Prince Privata's meditation. Purport: Lord Vishnu, the Supreme Self, Atma, is the source of everything, as explained in the Vedanta Sutra. Janmadashyatah, because Brahma was born directly from Lord Vishnu, is called Atma Yoni. He is also called Bhagavan, although generally Bhagavan refers to Supreme Personality of Godhead Vishnu or Lord Krishna. Sometimes great personalities such as demigods like Lord Brahma, Narada and Lord Shiva are also addressed as Bhagavan because they carry out the purpose of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Lord Brahma is called Bhagavan because he is the secondary creator of this universe. He is always thinking of how to improve the situation of the conditioned souls who have come to the material world to enjoy the material activities. For this reason, he disseminates the Vedic knowledge throughout the universe for everyone's guidance. Vedic knowledge is divided into two parts, Pravritti Marga and Nivritti Marga. Nivritti Marga is the path of negating sense enjoyment, and Pravritti Marga is the path by which the living entities are given a chance to enjoy and at the same time are directed in such a way that they can go back home, back to Godhead. Because ruling over this universe is great responsibility, Brahma must force many Manus in different ages to take charge of universal affairs. Under each Manu there are different kings who also execute the purpose of Lord Brahma. It is understood from previous explanations that the father of Dhruva Maharaja, King Uttanapad, ruled over the universe because his elder brother Privrata practiced austerity from the very beginning of his life. Thus, up to the point of the Prachetas, the king of the universe, were all descendants of Uttanapada Maharaj. Since there were no suitable kings after the Prachetas, Swayambhu Manu went to the Gandhamadana hill to bring back his eldest son Privrata, who was meditating there. Swayambhu Manu requested Privrata to rule over the universe. When he refused, Lord Brahma descended from the supreme planetary systems known as Satyaloka to request Privrata to accept the order. Lord Brahma did not come alone. He came with other great sages like Marichi, Atreya and Vasishtha to convince Privrata that it was necessary for him to follow the Vedic injunctions and accept the responsibility of ruling over the world. Lord Brahma also brought with him the personified Vedas, his constant associates. A significant verse in this verse is Swabhavanath, indicating that Lord Brahma descended from his own abode. Every demigod has his own abode. Indra, the king of the demigod, has his own abode, as do Chandra, the lord of the moon planet, and Surya, the predominating deities of the sun planet. There are many millions of demigods, and the stars and planets are their respective homes. This is confirmed in Bhagavad Gita. Yanti Devrata Devan. Those who worship the demigods go to their different planetary systems. Lord Brahma's abode, the highest planetary system, is called Satyaloka or sometimes Brahmaloka. Brahmaloka usually refers to the spiritual world. The abode of Lord Brahma is Satyaloka. But because Lord Brahma resides there, it is also sometimes called Brahmaloka. Om Tatsat Om Ajnana Timirandhasya Jnananjana Salakaya Chakshunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Mukam Karoti Vachalam Pangum Langyayate Girim Yadkripatamaham Vande Shri Guru Dinatarinam Paramananda Madhavam Sri Chaitanyam Ishwaram. So we see here that Swambhu Manu has two sons, Uttanapada and Privrata Maharaj. From Uttanapada, he was younger, but he became the king for the entire earthly planets. He was the ruling king. Why? Because Priyavrata Maharaj was not interested in ruling. He was very detached, and he renounced the whole kingdom, and he wanted to focus on his spiritual advancement, went to forest and he started meditating. So naturally all responsibilities came to Uttanapada. And we see that how the generations of Uttanapada, they ruled over the entire earthly planets. And in that, so many celebrated personalities appeared, like Dhruva Maharaj, King Prachina Barisat, and Prachetas. We see after Prachetas, and there were nobody to rule. So initially all started, Priyavrata Maharaj was not interested in ruling. Then Uttanapada, King Uttanapada, he took over. But again the same problem started. Now there is no one, and now who is going to rule? At that time Priyavrata Maharaj is still there. He is practicing in the forest bhakti, is very, very absorbed under the instructions of Narada Muni. He is very wonderfully practicing. And now without a ruler, the things doesn't go properly. Because we can make policies, they can have all the constitution read, established, but if there is no one to institute, actually it won't work out. That all we have experienced and we know. So everything is in place, but there is nobody to actually properly institute this. A big problem. As Swayambhu Manu, he understood that it's not possible for me to convince my son Priyavrata Maharaj. So he went to Lord Brahma, and then Lord Brahma, he also thought, okay, let me go along with 4 Vedas. His associates, Lord Brahma is mentioned, he is greatest demigod. He is the firstborn living entity in this whole entire creation, and he is appeared directly from the Lord, therefore is called Swayambhu. So the Lord Brahma, he is empowered by the Supreme Personality of Godhead for the entire creation. You see, more than that, Lord Brahma executes the purpose of the Lord, because he understands and executes the purpose of the Lord. He is also referred here as Bhagavan. He is the representative of Lord Vishnu. So he is specially empowered by Lord, and he is also referred as Bhagavan. Like we know, the spiritual master is considered as good as the Supreme Lord. Sakshat Haritvena Samasta Sastraira Uktastata. This is mentioned that the spiritual master is representative of Krishna. Sakshat Haritvena, and he is designated so by all the scriptures, all the revealed scriptures. They are saying that Sakshat Haritvena Samasta Sastraira. So similarly we see Lord Brahma, he is being empowered by directly from the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and therefore he is referred here as Bhagavan. Prabhupada is mentioning such great personalities are also referred as Bhagavan, like Lord Shiva, Lord Brahma, Narada Muni. So because they are executing the purpose, they understood and executing the purpose, so this we cannot differentiate. So here then Lord Brahma is accompanied by 4 Vedas. The Vedas, we say Sadhu, Shastra and Guru. So He has he brought the scriptures, and then he's also accompanied by great sages. The mention here, Prabhupada is writing Atreya, very great sage. Then Vasishtha, and then Marichi. All the great sages, they accompanied Lord Brahma, and then Lord Brahma, he is requesting, he's come to request Priyavrata Maharaj. Priyavrata Maharaj. It's mentioned there was no qualified person at that time to rule. Therefore, it was very necessary, it was so important that Lord Brahma himself has to come and ask King Uttanapad to take over. We know, we have read in the first verse in this chapter, this is the doubt of Parikshit Maharaj, that how come King Uttanapad, who has already left this material affairs, he is already renounced and he is situated in the highest platform of Mahabhagavata. How come he again turned back and joined the Grahastha ashram? Not only he joined the Grahastha ashram, actually he lived there very comfortably. It seems like he's enjoyed the Grahastha ashram. And then finally again he renounced and left. So what is the mystery about this? So it's sort of bewildering, or something very special about this. Parikshit Maharaj wants to know. So this mystery is now being revealed, that why Priyavrata Maharaj, although he is very nicely practicing, why first of all he entered Grahastha or material affairs. So it's mentioned here, on the order of Lord Brahma he did so. When he is being ordered by Lord Brahma. So we'll see here that Lord Brahma ordered him, and he duly considered with lot of thinking. He considered, and finally he accepts the proposal that okay, I will do that. So when Lord Brahma he is ordering, same time he is being empowered, he is being protected. We know that how Sukadeva Goswami, he was very reluctant to take birth in this material world, so he preferred to stay in the womb of his mother. For 16 years he was not coming. Then Lord Vyasadeva, he saw that, oh, my son is not coming, there is something troubling him. So he went to Dwaraka, Vyasadeva went to Dwaraka and called Lord Sri Krishna, you please come and solve this problem. Then because Lord Krishna is being called by Vyasadeva, so he himself came into the cottage, and then he found out why he is not coming. He said he is very scared of my Maya. My Maya is so bewildering that very, very difficult to overcome. Krishna himself is telling that Mama Maya Duruttaya, very, very difficult to overcome. Very difficult to overcome. So Sukadeva Goswami is very afraid. We know these prayers of jivas in the womb. Second chapter it is mentioned that such a suffering situation, the living entity is placed inside the womb, constantly suffering. Now is being identifying himself with so and so body, which is very, very tender, and the situation is very delicate and very difficult. Describe that inside Sahodara, inside the womb, also there are insects. They are also like brothers. The same mother's womb, they are there. And they bite this tender body of living entity, which is very tender. Just bite. And it's so painful. mm, and then the mother will eat sometimes sour items, sometimes pungent, hot, will all create gastric, and then that will give so much of trouble to the womb inside, the fetus inside. And then his position is also not very stable. It's his floating inside the bag, inside the womb. It's floating in the that semi-liquid. So he is constantly a very difficult situation, very suffocating. It goes through lot of dilemma, lot of pain, and the living entity, actually by mercy of Lord, is mentioned that he is able to realize or able to visualize hundreds of his previous birth, and he understands that how many times I have taken birth and how many times I have died. And then he is also witnessing the super soul and seeing all his situations, observing all the situations which the living entity which earlier wanted to get out of this womb, now his mind changes. This is all described in Srimad Bhagavatam. Then he starts praying to the Lord, glorifying him, and he says that, my Lord, I wish not to come out. Because I know in the past all these lives, I was thinking in the same way, and as soon as I came out, I was completely absorbed in the material affairs. I got so absorbed, and I forgot. What I forgot? I forgot who am I. What is my purpose in this life? And I was just thinking I am so and so. I've just engaged myself in sense gratification by hook or crook. So completely oblivious, completely forgetting my real duty. I was doing everything else. And what is the consequence? Because of that, I have to again take so many births and again die so many times. So he's saying, if I come out, actually I'll become more and more bound to this material nature. So better this, though I am suffering terribly, but still this is the best situation where actually I am able to remember you. So let me be here and not come. Let me not come out. But the normal living entity, actually, by the laws of nature, they are pushed by the air at the time of delivery. They just is being pushed, and then they come out of the womb crying. As soon as they come out, as what was observed by living entity, they forget everything. It's like how we hear Srimad Bhagavatam class, we study Bhagavad Gita, Srimad Bhagavatam, we hear from devotees. But as soon as there is opportunity for sense gratification, we forget everything. All the instructions, everything is forgotten. We all know morning we should get up, but as exactly at Mangala Arati, it becomes morning time, it becomes difficult. Or when we go to sleep, it becomes difficult. We think, let me further extend. So in this way, but we see Sukadeva Goswami, he was not an ordinary child. In the womb, he was, by his mystic power, by his yogic siddhi, he was able to stay inside the womb. He decided, I will not come out. Then since same Paramatma, Parabrahman, Lord Krishna, who is situated in the Dwaraka, also there in the heart of Sukadeva Goswami, and Sukadeva Goswami is already offered his prayers. Jiva, we know this. So he understood what the situation is. Then he came and personally assured Sukadeva Goswami, do not worry. You come out, and my Maya will not touch you. When he got the assurance from Lord Krishna directly, then only Sukadeva Goswami actually he took birth. And as soon as he took birth, he was already 16 years old, and there is no Maya. So he was not any more attached to household thing, and he immediately walked out of the cottage. He just walked out of the cottage. And then we know all that, how Vyasadeva followed him, and then later how he appeared and he explained Srimad Bhagavatam. So here we see similarly Priyavrata Maharaj, although Lord Brahma himself, along with the 4 Vedas and then great sages, he is requesting, but he is very careful. He is thinking, what shall we do? What should I do? Because Maya is so powerful. Then, after due deliberation, Priyavrata Maharaj he will decide. Okay, let me go and take over. Because Lord Brahma, he is addressed as Bhagavan. Very significant word here is Bhagavan. Because he is carrying out, he knows the purpose, he is carrying out the instructions of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So when he is saying, actually it is not different from the Lord is saying. And when such instruction is coming, along with the instructions also there is empowerment. So Priyavrata Maharaj understood this. This is actually is a service. And then Lord will protect, because it's coming from the Lord only. Brahma is a representative of Lord, and is as good as Lord himself saying. So he very intelligently takes over this proposal, because this is an opportunity to please the Supreme Personality of Godhead. That is the purpose of human life. Somehow or other we should please, somehow we should please Guru and Krishna. So now here Krishna is not directly present, but his representative is present. Therefore it is said, Yasya prasadat bhagavat prasado yasya prasadan nakati kutopi. Sri Jagannath Baldev Subhadra Maharani ki jai, Sri Prahlad Nrsimhadev Bhagavan ki jai, Sri Nitai Gaur Sundar ki jai. So in this case we see, by remaining inside the forest and carrying out regular stuff, actually the devotional platform of Priyavrata Maharaj would have been challenged. Because now the order has come, for this service to be done. So he very carefully deliberated on this, and he followed as it is the instructions of Lord Brahma. So it's Priyavrata Maharaj. Then this one verse itself, Sukadeva Goswami has clarified Parikshit Maharaj's doubt, that how he was able to stay in the Grahastha ashram and then for very long time, and then after that he was very easily able to give it up also, because this was all the Lord's protection given to his devotees. The Lord is promising that Ananyas chintayanto mam ye jana paryupasate tesam nityabhyuktanam yogakshemam vahamiham. So the Lord is protecting and preserving the spiritual assets the devotees they have. So the devotees, they always depending on the Lord. They always carrying out the instructions. They always remembering the Lord, and by doing this, actually the Lord is obliged. Because they are doing this, the Lord himself is obliged, and he takes the charge of his devotees. Because he is very affectionate to his devotees. Bhakta Vatsala. The Lord is called Bhakta Vatsala. So Yogakshemam Vahamiham. As cow nourishes and protects her calf, similarly the Lord also, he nourishes and protects his devotees. So he nourishes the devotion and bhakti which continuously grow and grow and grow. Anandam buddhi vardhanam. And also he protects his devotees Cheto Darpan Marjanam. He protects his devotees from any material fall. Kama, Krodha, Lobha, Moha, Mada, Matsara. In this material world, it is darkness. Because of this, we also get subjected. We get illusioned. We get subjected to this contamination. So the Lord actually, whenever the living entity is just getting deviated, the Lord is there to protect him. So this is a special mercy of the Lord upon his devotees. He is there inside the heart of the living entity, and he creates such a situation where the living entity is constantly reminded that yes, this is his business. This is main business to serve the Lord, to please him. There are so many pastimes we can recall how the Lord is protecting his devotees. We see the pastimes of Gajendra. Previous life, he was a king and great devotee, but somehow or other he became an elephant. And then at the right time, the remembrance comes to him and he remembers the Lord. He is caught in the mouth of, his leg is caught in the mouth of crocodile, and he is grasping for breath. He is going to actually die, but suddenly he remembers the Supreme Lord, and then the helps comes from the Lord. Directly he comes. It is mentioned that as soon as Gajendra is called, the Lord instantly appeared there. He instantly appeared to protect the Gajendra. And before he comes, he has already released Sudarshan Chakra, to cut off the crocodile. So in this way, we see that Lord is so eagerly waiting to protect his devotees. So yoga kshemam bahamiham. So this is what is also in this whole pastimes. We will see that how Priyavrata Maharaj is carrying out his worldly duties. At the same time, later he will renounce, and again he will from there go back to Godhead. So sometimes all these things remains mystical and very, very difficult to understand if we are not explained this properly. If we see that how Krishna factor is there inside. We cannot take the example of Priyavrata Maharaj and dive inside the same way. Because Priyavrata Maharaj, how he enjoyed the whole life, and at the end he again renounced. So we'll also do like this. What is there? Priyavrata Maharaj done, we also. Therefore, this story is there in Srimad Bhagavatam. That's how our mind will make us to think. But here, the Priyavrata Maharaj, the situation is different. Priyavrata Maharaj, if we are like in that situation, in that platform, same thing will happen to us. The Priyavrata Maharaj is being protected by the Lord. So is to be very careful. Best policy is to follow all rules and regulations, and especially chanting. We should be very, very attentive. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. And we should make a balance, spiritual and material. Material things anyway we have to do. So spiritual things we need to actually focus. We need to spend time. We have to nicely put endeavor to hear. In this way, actually we will be safely advancing in Krishna consciousness. So some of the points Prabhupada is highlighted here in the purport. Is mentioned that Lord Brahma came from his own abode. Then Prabhupada is telling that Lord Brahma has got the highest abode in this material universe. It's called Satya Loka. It's also called Brahma Loka. Similarly, there are so many devas are there. Each devas, they have got their own residence in this universe. Like Lord Indra, Lord Surya, Varuna. So they have got all their places. And Bhagavad Gita also, Krishna saying this, Yanti Devrata Devan. If you worship the devas, you will go to their abode. And if you worship me, you will come to my abode. So Prabhupada highlights this. Then Prabhupada is telling the Vedic knowledge is divided into two parts, Pravritti Marga and Nivritti Marga. Pravritti Marga is path of enjoyment, and Nivritti Marga means path of renunciation. So Nivritti Marga means go to the forest and completely focus upon the spiritual activities, not seeing left and right, just seeing straight. Go to forest and perform austerity. That is Nivritti Marga. And Pravritti Marga is path of enjoyment. We follow, we understand, we are conditioned soul. There is a bodily need. So we have this sense gratification, but it is all regulated by the instructions of Vedas. So it is Pravritti Marga. So, Priyavrata Maharaj, earlier he was in which path? Nivritti Marga. And then later he switched to Pravritti Marga. And then again he later switched to Nivritti Marga. And he went back to Godhead. It's mentioned here that Priyavrata Maharaj, he was performing austerities in the Gandhamadana mountain, hill. So, in this place, we see on the 5th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam, it is described the universal structure. In that is said where is a Sumeru mountain, where is a Gandhamadana mountain. All this is described. So, they are very, very huge mountain. And in the particular, in that region, actually Priyavrata Maharaj were performing austerity, and Lord Brahma landed there along with 4 Vedas, great sages, and Swambhu Manu. And even Narad Rishi, Narad Muni, all of them came. What was the purpose? They have all planned to somehow or other make Priyavrata Maharaj to switch from Nivritti Marga to Pravritti Marga. You see that. But though they are doing this, their purpose is defined as what the Lord wants. So they are not doing this for their own satisfaction or to for some other silly reason. They are doing this for the higher purpose. And being the representative of the Lord, they are. We see that how the Priyavrata Maharaj also accepts that later. Any question? Any clarification? Yeah, this is this context we discussed that Parikshit Maharaj has asked this question that how this Priyavrata Maharaj, who was such a Mahabhagavata, he entered into this family life, which is symptomized by for sense gratification, and he stayed for very comfortably there for a very long time. Seems like he enjoyed family life very nicely, and then suddenly he left the family life again. So what is there? What is mystery about this? How it is possible? Why, first of all, being a pure devotee, he again came to a family life, and then why he enjoyed and then later he renounced it. So this was the question Parikshit Maharaj asked, and then answering to this, now Sukadeva Goswami has started explaining what happened, why he entered into the family life again. So he said that he was not interested to come into family life because he was already He was situated on the spiritual platform, and he was very happy. He doesn't wanted to come. But in this case, he was specially ordered by Lord Brahma, who is representing the Supreme Lord. So his order was not different from the Lord himself. And because this order was there, also along with the order, Privrata Maharaj was confident that protection is given. And it is actually devotional service to fulfill this order. If he doesn't do this, then actually his spiritual platform becomes challenged. Jiver Swarup hai Krishna Nitya Das. So he is now being ordered like this. It is not that being renounced is greater. The greatest thing is to follow the order of the spiritual master or the order of Lord Sri Krishna. See that Bhagavad Gita, Arjuna is also saying, I will renounce. And then Krishna is criticizing him. No, you should fight. And then is telling, finally Krishna is telling that, Yathecha Sita, okay, you do whatever you like. Then Arjuna is saying, no, Karisye Vachanam Tava, I'll do what you say. So like this we see that, and then Arjuna becomes glorified for doing so, for fighting the battle of Kurukshetra. So similarly, Privrata Maharaj is very sharp, and then he decides, okay, I will enter into Grihastha life. So this is the whole, this thing is the background. This what Lord Brahma has come. He has brought all the scriptures, 4 Vedas personified. He's brought all the great sages, Vasishtha, Atreya and Marichi, and Swambhu Manu, Narad Muni also there, to convince Swambhu Manu, Privrata Maharaj, you come back and take over the kingdom. So this tussle is there. Privrata Maharaj was not ready actually. He was not at all ready to change. But later he very intelligently decides, no, okay, I'll go and do the needful. So this is all the finest sentiments or the aspects of devotional service, which is in Bhagavatam it is narrated, pure devotional service. Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai, Patit Pavanch Prabhupada ki jai.